Hi, I am Moonchildlexi and I am here with you, here to serve as a guide on your own spiritual awakening journey. The intention here for our meeting is for transformation through short stories, parables, and enlightened teachings from different faiths around the world. The tool that we have been using, and we're on day 18 now, we're using Osho's Transformation Tarot as it was built and designed, where each card has an accompanying story behind it. So if you are just jumping in, know that these messages are timeless. So anytime that you tap in, that story and message was for you, but I have been pulling for our collective energy, if you're following along, on what it is that we most need to know now in this moment. The card that was pulled for today is a number 15, Alertness. Now, looking at the numerology aspect first, 15 does reduce to a number 6. There's, at its core, the number 6 is that of a balanced choice, being made, or a decision being selected. And the individual energies, number 1 is that of a new beginning, and the number 5 is that of change. So what choices are you making that are allowing for your new beginning opportunities? Are the core of what these numbers reduce to. I do find it significant. We have 4, what looks like balls, but that bottom one looks kind of like a lemon to me. We've got yellow, orange, white tones here. And there's someone sprawled out on the floor. It's a little uncertain their state of health here. But having a keen awareness, because only to be keenly aware, you get to make the choice. When we're not being fully alert with all of our senses, with the information coming through, sometimes a choice may be made for you due to your lack of alertness. But let's read into the story. So that in the beginning is with the method I'm using here. We will get through every single card in this deck. So I'm using that method of just pulling one, seeing first what it is that I observe from the imagery, the messages that I get from looking here, and then we jump into the author's explanation and the actual story behind the meaning here. Be alert. Each moment has to be taken as if this were the last moment. And this is every possibility that this may be the last moment. So use it totally. Squeeze the juices out of it totally. In that very totality, you will be alert. Keeping our presence fully in the here and now, because the matters of the mind, thinking and engaging with things, you're missing your conscious, alert participation. The story here is the sudden death of Aikido's disciple. The Japanese master Aikido was a severe teacher and his pupils feared him. One day, while striking the time of day on the temple gong, one of his pupils missed a beat because he was watching a beautiful girl who was passing the gates. Unknown to the pupil, Aikido was standing behind him. Aikido struck the pupil with his staff, and the shock stopped the heart of the pupil and he died. So he lost his moment, his life, no longer staying alert. Let's finish the story. Look at this story and you may think that the master killed his disciple. This is not the thing. The disciple was going to die anyhow. It was the moment for his death. The master knew it. He simply used the moment of death for the disciple's enlightenment. This is not said in the story, but this is how the thing happened. Otherwise, why was the master standing behind him? Had he not anything more significant to do? But at that moment, there was nothing more significant because this disciple was going to die, and this death had to be used. The story is beautiful and very significant. The disciple saw a beautiful girl passing, and his whole consciousness was lost. He wanted to follow the girl, to possess the girl. He was also alert just a moment before, and now he was no longer alert. He was beating the gong, fully alert. And this is part of meditation in the Zen community and monastery. Whatsoever you do, do it with awareness. Whatsoever you do it fully. And whatever you do, be there in it as a light, and everything is revealed. So this disciple at the moment of death was going to be alert and aware, and the mind did the last thing, its final resort. And then a beautiful girl appeared. And at this moment, when the disciple missed awareness, the master hit him hard on the head. The master is seeing the invisible death reaching, and he hits just to make the disciple alert. The master was waiting behind. Masters are always waiting behind their disciples, whether physically or non-physically, and this is one of the greatest moments when a person is going to die. The master hit him hard. His body fell down, but inside he became alert. The desire disappeared. Everything dropped with the body, shattered. He became alert, and in that alertness, he died. And if you can join alertness and death, then you have become enlightened. This is one of many, what may come across as very brash. I think I'm going to make the point of it here. I hope I'm right. But in the traditional tarot, the number 15 is the devil. And the devil can become associated with the things that, yes, unconsciously, but there's an unconscious element to the choices that we have made that keep us bound or non-alert or in a non-conscious state. Because if devil energy is coming up for you, you're bound to something that is not true. And there's a choice to be made. But how can you choose when you're not in your full alert conscious ability? So yes, Zen teachers in this pathway can be very, like, every moment is used as something to learn. So this story, I find it interesting, but that biggest aspect, right? What do I want to comment on? That the disciple is going to die anyway. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe the master, like it was expressed in the story, knew, not trying to change any outcomes, but knowing that the time for the life of their disciple was coming. Death is coming. Death is always here. Death is here to grasp you any moment of any day, of any time. And when the goal is to be enlightened, at your point of leaving your body, you want to be in an alert and aware state. When you join alertness and death, then you are enlightened. Let me express in a way too that, this understanding has really helped me. again, yes, this is a story of Zen. I in It's a sect of Buddhist belief. And the cause of suffering in Buddhist belief is attachment to things, people, places, desires. It's attachment. Again, the devil energy of clinging to things that will be lost or returned at one point, like our bodies. This is borrowed that we're in. So to end the suffering is to have a form of detachment. Now, Zen, like it expressed, the teaching expresses that when you're doing something, be totally into it. Be immersed fully, because that's true. We get attached to thinking we really have more time than we do, when tomorrow is not guaranteed. The only thing that is certain, that is extremely certain, is right now, in this moment. And can you be fully alert? Can you pay attention to what's happening now and drop attachments to the past, drop attachments to the future, and give awareness to whatever it is you're engaging in this moment, and then the next moment, and then the next moment. And that is how you practice and develop your conscious awareness to stay alert in what is true, which is this moment in time. May we stay alert. And feel free. I'd love to hear your own interpretations, ideas, reactions to this story in the comments. And if you are enjoying the journey, make sure you subscribe so you get notified when the next one comes out. Thank you so much. Until next time.